Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Grakloros Facts. So today we're going to be talking about monstrous races. So these are the races that live usually on the fringe of society and aren't too common. They're the rarities of the world, and there's quite a few of them. First off, we'll talk about the cat folk. Now, cat folk are at home among the plains and forests, as well as the mountains and savannas of the world, each developing as the great cats of that region. Typical varieties include snow leopards, forest panthers, lions, tigers, and cheetahs. They often are traveling traders and sometimes thieves. They live in like a pride-like society. Now, they're a little bit different than the tabaxi of the Forgotten Realms. The catfolk of my world are a little bit taller and the more of a muscular build, like a great cat. And they're a little more powerful. Um, Game stats are pretty much the same though. Then there's the lizard folk. They're home in the swamps and forests in tribes with chiefs and matriarchs that are usually druids that the chief takes on as his bride. They also live in small communities or family groups among other humanoids. Primitive feelings, so fight, flight, freeze, lots of curiosity. So they think different than a normal humanoid. They pride strength over intelligence. Magic users are rare. Druid priestesses and clerics and shamans are respected, but mages, sorcerers, and warlocks are shown distrust. Next, we'll talk about yak folk. So yak folk live up here in the steppes and plateaus of north of West Najon and surrounded by the hilled forests of the Mithril Forest. They are known as Jinn summoners and magical warriors, often at conflict with other races over territories. They're seen as evil raiders, but most tend towards neutrality. Now we'll talk about half-dragons. So they're feared and respected and often given up by their humanoid parents, but sometimes are nourished to prosperity. Oftentimes given to temples or monasteries to raise, they are the offspring of whether it's any type of humanoid and any type of dragon. So any combination is possible. And they're very rare, and but they do exist, and they have great powers and see themselves as above Dragonborn. Half giants. Half giants are often psionic, and the process of their creation is unknown as their mother typically dies at birth and the giant father has never been in the picture. Some mostly found in the northern climes and in mountains and regions of the world. They either learn to survive on their own or are taken in by a community of humanoids that see the possibility of a great warrior to protect them. So oftentimes in Northland, where they're constantly plagued by frost giants, there are offspring of frost giants and humans, and it is not uncommon for a humanoid village in Northland to take in a half-giant child to raise them as one of their own and to protect their village. Next, we'll talk about raptor folk. So they're a flying race. They're similar to the Aarakocra. They live in the lofty mountain ledges across the world. They are rarely seen outside of their communities. They either live in small villages or in solitary, and they're tribal people with a simple way of life. Next are centaurs. Centaurs live throughout the forests and plains alongside elves, often living among Fae as protectors. Untrusting of most races and tend to be elusive instead of confronting strangers. If given a reason to attack, they usually do so from a long range, but when confronted, are not scared to attack with their weapons and powerful hooves. This is a short video. These are just some optional races. Any race is really open in this world, as this world is created by all gods. So there are even few rare changelings of the world. There's even an island that is rumored to be created by wizards, and it is said that they created a race of Warforged that were to be their great protectors, as they were worshippers of the great plane of Mechanus. But little is known as to what happened of them, and no one knows if they even really exist. And that's about all for today. So just a short video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. That's it for races. Next, we're going to talk about some history. Some optional stuff, you don't have to listen to it or not. But, just some fun facts about Grakloros. Alright, thank you guys. Bye.